Hey guys, so today we're going to focus on dividing decimals. So remember, multiplying and dividing, negative and positives have the same rules. So if the signs are the same, your answer will be positive. If the signs are different, your answer will be negative. Let's go ahead and just start on our first example. The first example, I have 0.1995, and I'm dividing that by 7. Remember, the first number is always going to be the inside number, and the second number will be the outside number. Let's go ahead and set this up. So I'm going to put 7 on the outside and 0.1995 on the inside. Because I have no decimal on the outside, I'm just going to bring the decimal on the inside straight up. Make sure your work's organized so your decimal is always in the correct place. Now I'm going to go ahead and start dividing. So 7 can't go into 0, so I'm going to put a 0 up top. 7 cannot go into 1, so I'm going to put a 0 above the 1. 7 can go into 19 2 times, and 7 times 2 gives me 14, which means I have 5 left over. I'm going to bring down the 9. Seven can go into 59 8 times, and 7 times 8 is going to give us 56. 59 minus 56 is going to give us 3. I'm going to bring down the 5. 7 can go into 35 5 times, and I now have nothing left over. So our final answer would be 0.0285. The next problem we're going to work on is 1.452 divided by negative 0.6. So I'm going to put 0.6 on the outside, and for now I'm just going to drop the negative. We can worry about what our answer will be at the end. So 0.6 on the outside and 1.452 on the inside. Because there's a decimal on the outside, I need to move it to the right until it becomes a whole number. So I'm going to take 0.6 and move that one place to the right. And whatever you do to the outside, you have to do to the inside to keep the problem the same. So I'm going to move this one place to the right. So now you are dividing 6 into 14.52. Bring your decimal straight up. And now we'll divide. 6 can't go into 1, so I'm going to put a 0 or an X up top. But 6 can go into 14 2 times, and 6 times 2 gives us 12, which means I have 2 left over. I'm going to bring down the 5. 6 can go into 25 4 times. 6 times 4 is going to give us 24, so I have 1 left over. I'm going to bring down the 2. 6 goes into 12 2 times, and I now have nothing left over. I have a positive divided by a negative, so my signs are different, which means my answer is negative. So my final answer will be negative 2.42. All right, the next problem we're going to focus on is 3.124 negative divided by negative 0.04. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put 0.04 on the outside. And I'm going to put 3.124 on the inside. Again, I dropped the negative signs. We can just worry about that at the end. Because I have a decimal on the outside, I'm going to move it to the right until I have a whole number. So I'm going to have to move this to the right 2 times, which means you move the decimal on the inside to the right 2 times. That means that I'm now dividing 4 into 312.4. At this point, bring your decimal straight up and start dividing. So 4 can't go into 3, but 4 can go into 31 7 times. And 4 times 7 is going to give us 28. And I would have 3 left over. Bring down the 2. 4 can go into 32 8 times. I'm going to subtract 32, and I have nothing left over. Don't forget about the 4 that you still have to bring down. You still have one more number left up top. So 4 can go into 4 1 time. And now we're all done dividing. We have a negative divided by a negative, so our signs are the same, which means our answer is going to be positive. So positive 78.1. The next problem we're going to look at is negative 7.7 divided by 0.04. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and put 0.04 on the outside and 7.7 on the inside. I need to move the decimal on the outside until it's a whole number. So I'm going to move it 2 times to the right, which means I move the decimal on the inside 2 times to the right. So now I'm dividing 4 into 770. Don't forget to put the 0 up here. If you have that blank space, you have to fill that with a 0. All right, let's go ahead and start dividing. So 4 goes into 7 1 time. I'm going to subtract 4, and I'm left with 3. And bring down the next 7. 4 goes into 37 9 times, and 9 times 4 gives me 36, which leaves me with 1. I'm going to bring down the 0. 4 goes into 10 2 times. That gives me 8, and I have 2 left over. All right, at this point, I need to add a decimal and a 0 to the end of 770. Because I don't want a remainder of 2, remember I still want to keep this 770, so if I add a decimal point to the end, it doesn't change that. Now I'm going to bring the 0 straight down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. And now I have nothing left. Remember to bring your decimal point straight up. And now I'm going to look at my signs. So I had a negative divided by a positive, which gives me a negative because the signs are different. So my final answer is going to be negative 192.5. Go ahead and click pause, work these problems out in your math notebook, and then click play to see if you get the correct answer. Did you get the correct answers? If not, try to figure out what you did wrong or come see me so I can help you.